Okay, so welcome back everybody. Today we're going to talk about Scarlet Thread by Francis Rivers. It's about a girl and her husband. Let me call her a girl, she's a woman because she has 2 children and she's married. It's about the woman and her husband, how they both drifted apart and then somehow they came back together. Okay, her name is Sierra, and his name is. then there's a story inside the story. The name of the woman in the story, inside the story, her name is Mary. Mac something. Mackenzie.
Mark Zuckerberg.
No. Mary Mackenzie.
Mary Zuckerberg.
Okay. So let me just talk about the story inside the story first. Let me first start from there because the drama inside the main story is too much.
She doesn't want to be sidetracked.
I'm telling you, let me just, because if we, but I will vex come up for this video safe. By the time I finish, I don't want to talk about the story inside the story. So let me just talk about the story inside the story.
So you have to just clarify. When you say you vex, do you mean that you vex and you stand up and walk away?
No. Where are they walking away to? With my hands like this.
Because either you go big or go home, but you already did that.
As I did my hands, I could just go lie down sleep like this. So now, when I started reading that story inside the story, I was like, God, not another Tyler Perry movie.
Well, it was that bad.
Storyline. You know, it was just like a purple. You know, that color purple. So that
purple movie.
Purple movie.
He almost killed this. He killed the children.
I was like, God, I never want to read it. I just wanted to remove my mind from it and just read only the main story. I just said to
that's what I've done every single time I've read that.
I said, let me just read it. So, do I need to gist you of what happened?
You should. I never read that part.
Okay, so this girl, the Mary Mackenzie, her mother was a rich lady. Like they were well to do in the town that they were in. She and her sister and her dad, that be her mom. I don't know whether her mom was alive, but they were rich. But she decided to run away with this uneducated poor fellow. So by the time she ran away with him to another town, they were so poor. They were really poor, and that was how they both suffered and had 3 children.
And they shouldn't have suffered at all. Or even, they shouldn't have even been married at all.
In the first place. So the first son ran away. The second son was now in love with one Sally girl that did not have sense. And then the third person was a girl. I think she was 15 years old when this Matthew guy married this Sally. And then they want him, don't marry this guy.
Matthew is the
second child.
Okay.
Her elder brother.
Okay.
They want him, don't marry this guy. He said no, he must marry her. That he has slept with her, so he must marry her. And so he go and sleep.
What does it mean?
I don't even know what it means. You know, all the olden days, they don't like him. He thought of himself as an upright guy. Like
that she was not well. Is that she had mental problem?
I don't even know what was wrong with her, but everybody did not like her. She had small like psychosis. So then there was one guy that came to come and live with them at some point because his parents died. So he lived with them for a while. And then this Mary girl that was just 5 years old then was in love with him. That was
so when you say she was, you mean that she was sleeping around with
this Sally, yes, with everybody.
But she was not being paid.
I know she prostitute.
I know. She was just
fluid with her body. Anyway, so the James guy, when he came into town.
Who is James again?
That was where I stopped. James was a guy that his parents died and came to stay with them when that girl Mary was 5 years old. I'm just telling you. So he slept with the girl, the Sally girl.
James slept with Sally?
Yes. So
that
when
was
he
married
was going,
to Matthew?
No, that was before they got married.
Is that the James that will not still marry the other girl?
Yes. So before the James was going, he now told the Matthew guy that let him not fall in love with that girl. With the Sally girl, that he should never mess around with her. Because he knows how the boy is. If he say he wants to marry her now, the girl go run down streets. The boy did not hear word. By the time the James left, the James said he wants to travel to travel to China, travel to this one, travel to that one. Now so the James can't leave. Where Mary was crying, and then the Matthew at the end of the day went to go and marry the Sally girl after sleeping with her.
And was because the other guy, I don't understand, she's good enough for them to sleep with, but she's not good enough for them to marry.
No, that's not even what he was trying to say. He knew that the Matthew guy will fall in love with her. She does not fall in love with people.
Oh, okay.
Like she's not be that type of, she not be that kind of person where they say, oh I fell in love with this guy. Okay. If she's with him, she will just break his heart. That's what he was trying to tell him. That being with the girl, it will not like change anything. I don't know how to say. I don't know anything. So that was how he married this girl. Next thing, this guy was gonna sleep with the father. And the thing is that the girl went to sleep with the Sally girl. The Sally? Yes, now.
The father, was he also mental?
No, the father was very drunk. The mother of the girl died. So the father said he was so drunk he could not.
It's a lie.
My sister.
It's a lie.
You can't say now how the Moabite sisters now.
It's a lie.
What was her name? They lost children. The father drunk.
Somehow it's the girl that if he was drunk and he really meant he knew his wife was dead and his wife, somebody else is coming to him. With that drunkenness, he could have slapped her off him. It's a lie. Please stop it.
So this Sally girl
is a lie. I beg you, they just like removing responsibility from men. He also has psychosis. That means all of them all have psychosis. They are
not well. That's why I said, is it a therapy movie I'm watching or something? Now so the girl can't sleep with the man because Matthew
she's sleeping with everybody in the family.
She now said that
the father does not know his daughter-in-law.
That's why they told him not to marry her now. He didn't say he must marry her.
That's the point. Did the father know his daughter-in-law? Why did he go and drink in her presence? Why didn't he lock his room?
He has, since the mom died, because the Mary girl, her mom died, since the mother died, he has been drunk every day.
Then he knew it was only a matter of time. He was laying, he was seducing her.
Abba. He had nothing to do with the girl. He never liked her.
You don't get my point. He's just the way.
That's what they do to ladies.
Yes.
They say, why did you wear short clothes?
Yes.
Person rape person, they go say, why you wear short clothes? God forbid for the wickedness of this.
So that's what I was saying, that he knew, didn't he? He should have covered himself up properly as he knew.
My sister.
That somebody was, since he was
because this is what they do to ladies. Yes. I guess what you're trying to say. Yes.
Why didn't he cover himself?
Why didn't he cover himself up? Why didn't he lock his room?
You can't expose yourself. No, you're drunk does not mean you wear clothes, then you let your bare chest show.
Why was he even in the house that day?
Yes. Why was he alone with her? A man and a woman are they meant to be under the same roof? He knew her husband had traveled. What kept him in the house? Why didn't he travel and stay in his friend's place?
My sister.
What was he trying to find?
Why didn't he?
What was he trying to look for?
What was he looking for? Why did he use this thing to lock his trousers?
You're not getting.
Why did he tie it after his rope they were using them? Why did he tie the rope in that nobody will be able to open it?
Couldn't he have fought? He can't tell me she overpowered him.
She can't.
She overpower a man? And a drunk man for that matter. A drunk man has the strength of 10 men.
He has spirits in him.
Yes.
She gets. I too wise, don't be lying. We too wise.
And this is a feminine woman. A feminine woman. The way I splash now.
But you see, this is what they do now. Women now are victims.
If only he had dressed. See, but if only he had dressed up properly. The thing is, you know when somebody starts to drink, they'll start to sweat. He must have pulled his shirt. You can't pull your shirt when you know you're in the priory, when you know you're a working man and you have some muscles. Then you just, but now you should have started gathering stomach. Then you pull your naked chest and show a woman that's minding her business. You know that she's polygamous in nature.
You know she's a hunter. Hey, she hunts. That's her nature. Her nature is to hunt.
I'm gonna make me stop to the couch cruise.
My sister. When they go to the talk, why wear provocative dresses? Now, see, why are you showing your arms?
No, but
no problem.
If only he dressed.
If this thing was reversed.
If only he dressed well. If only he dressed well.
If this thing was reversed, they would have seen me even trying to even defend the man.
No.
But if it was somebody else I did to, they will now say
if it was in her days. If it was in her days and she was the one that got drunk, after getting drunk, she now laid herself for the father to sleep with, they'll stone her to death.
Truly, they would have stoned her.
They would have stoned her. Men, you want to drink, please dress up. Cover yourselves up. Go to the privacy of your room and lock your rooms. In case you don't really understand sarcasm or everything that just happened now. Under the English language, you term it as my sister, not the whisper.
Sarcasm. Oh. That's how this girl sleep with her papa, her father-in-law. That was how she now carried belly. That she carried belly, she was about to die as she was giving birth to the child. That was when she confessed to Matthew that is her husband, that she slept with the father because he traveled and was sleeping with other women. So he set him right, I'm sure. Because that his elder brother took him to one other country and said that he went to show him the way. When he finished, he now went to go and like rub it in his sister's face. The Lucas guy, I think he had even slept with the girl too. I think Lucas guy had slept with this girl. So he was not rubbing it in her face that they went and did this thing. So she can't slap her, the Lucas can't slap him back. So the girl was even to her deathbed, she was like,
she was not happy, but yes, she was not sorry.
Yeah, she was not sorry that she did that. So they wanted, mainly the Matthew guy heard it. He wanted to kill her, kill the baby.
She was already dying.
Even the father
that slept without them to kill her.
You
can see who we are pitting.
See who we are pitting, self.
See who person no judge harshly.
Wanted to kill her, wanted to kill the baby. His own child. Baby that we no consign him. Now so this girl that was 15 years old left. The father told her if she can't, except she drops that baby outside to die, that she cannot enter the house. That was how the girl was homeless. She was sleeping outside under the sun, and then but the pastor now came to come and beg for her that she should that the father should send the girl away. So the father sends the girl to his dead wife's sister. My Eunice, she ended up marrying James. The James did not give a hoot about whether she was alive or dead. You want to travel all the way, you know, and she had like a battalion children. She had, I think, 4, maybe 5 plus Joshua. I think she had 5. She had 5 children.
She was not still pregnant.
No, she hadn't even gotten pregnant at this point. She was not like Haba that you cannot say you want to. She was just like she does not want to go because that Lucas guy came and stole the land. Like it was his own rightfully, but he did not take care of the place after the father died. It was her husband that took care of the place because it was burnt and started farming there. So when the place was when they were now comfortable, the Lucas guy now came and tried to take it away. So when the Lucas guy came, she was now begging the husband to let him fight for the land since he's the one that took care of it after the man died. The guy said no, that he wants to go to Oregon. So I'm like, you know that you have young children. Your wife, she's fragile, for Christ's sake. Women are fragile. You cannot say you want to travel halfway across the world. Ended up making her pregnant. After making her pregnant, she almost died. This guy was still pushing that she must go. The place that they got to, they had already crossed. After so many people died on that trip. So many. They now finally got to, he now even changed the location where they're going to. So they had to go further. You know that your wife is pregnant. You're doing that type of thing. He knew that she was going to die. But he did not care. And this was someone that said he was in love with her. So somebody that begged her to leave her fiancé and marry him. But he did not give it whether she's living or dead. Somebody had to spoil the carriage for him to stay there. And he was so bitter about it. And this was somebody that was supposed to be her husband. At the end of the day, she even said it. That James did not care about them. He cared about where he was going to. Was the person that she now later married, her second husband, was the person that now even nurtured her and helped her through everything. So I'm like, why? Why do people do? Why are people just wicked? He did not have to marry her. He did not have to marry her. Even all those times he said he was going to travel, he never traveled. Because the reason why he left their home was because he said he wants to travel around the world. Why didn't he travel when he was single? He waited until he had his wife, until he had children. Then he wanted to kill them. He wanted to now travel at her expense. She was that worthless to him.
I guess generally people, to be loved feels very good. There are people that know that they are too selfish to love. But even those people that are too selfish to love other people, they also want to be loved. They want to eat their cake and have it. They want to be selfish, but they still want somebody else to love them. They still want a ride or die, but they don't want to be.
They don't want to die.
They don't want to. They don't even want to ride anything. They don't even want to be that thing for the. They don't want to be the same for the other person. But think, as in receiving love feels so good. So it's easy to just collect. So he must have known that, okay, this girl will love me. She will love me to her heart. For her to even leave who she wanted to marry him. So he wanted to enjoy all the benefits of her love.
Then kill her.
Then still get to where he was going to. So it did not matter if she was going to die in the process. He's like, okay, where I'm going to, do I really need a wife and 4 children? Not exactly. So people do it. It's not even like an olden day something. Men do it.
And the thing is that even that her son that she saved, the boy abandoned her several times. That boy that she risked her life, that she was homeless for. Do you know how long she stayed out in the rain, in the cold, just because of that boy? She never saw her father again. Okay, she saw him when he wanted to die, because of that boy. But by the time he got there,
was her father even worth seeing?
By the time she got there, this
man
boy,
like that want to kill his own child.
It's not worth this boy abandoned her several times. When someone wanted to marry her, he was still angry. You're not going to help her. You're not going to be with her. This woman has 4 children. You that are supposed to be a child that will help her. This boy was losing for days. And this is where it's not as if it's a developed place. So wild animals, they were looking for food. She almost died. This boy will be lost. She will not come back. Yes, he don't want her to marry. What type of wickedness is that? He was just like that James. Even if he was not a biological father, just the way that James was, that is the way he was. And by the time he left, he never came back up. By the time the Joshua boy left, he never came back.
It's good riddance.
And I'm like, this is
good riddance.
Somebody that did not have to.
She doesn't need him now.
She didn't have to even keep him. But anyway, let us enter the main story.
Okay, so the main story first started with I think it was about teenagers, 2 teenagers that loved each other. They were from different churches. I think one was Catholic and the boy was Hispanic, while the girl was white and what church was she? Protestant. So the father did not want them to get married. The father was not interested in the marriage. But the girl said, according to her, she was in love with him. Right from the beginning, he was already talking to her anyhow. From the beginning of the book, like guy already had character issues. You know, it's kind of people that are poor. But it's not just that they are poor, it's that they're also poor and arrogant.
And insecure.
And for someone to be arrogant, person has to be insecure. Because person is overcompensating for something. So he still went to that point to do he was still talking to her anyhow, but she said she was in love. Eventually, the parents agreed now. When they agreed, they got married. When they got married, and she was the one that came from a wealthy home. Him, he didn't have money. They finally got married. When they got married, he entered this gaming business. I don't know, he was a gamer, he was working in a gaming company or something. And then he started doing well. The more he did well, the more he looked down on her, belittled her. He kept going from bad to worse, from bad to worse. Eventually, he cheated on her, then he left her. But he still somehow was still blaming her that, because he told her that they should move. When they moved, she was not happy about the move. She was not happy that he didn't discuss it with her. He had already taken the position. She felt bitter about it.
And he put their house for sale before he didn't tell her. You're married to somebody, you put the house that she's staying in on sale. So
she was not happy about it. But the more money he got, the more money he got, the more he was mean to her. He cheated on her. When she found out, he didn't apologize, he didn't do anything, he moved out and petitioned for a divorce. And told her to sign the paper. So she had to start her life. She said she will not sign paper. She had to start her life all over from the very beginning. Who is starting her life from the beginning? Maybe you will just let yourself here. You will live your life. Then inside it, she met Jesus. After she met Jesus, she met another man. When she met another man, maybe you will allow yourself to experience another type of love. So you know that the one that somebody else was loving you was not love. She did not want. She ran away. After running, then her husband came back again. But it's not just that he came back again. It's the effrontery. He came back again. I was telling her he always, there was a statement he made that I heard him. He said even when he was with her, he was thinking
didn't love her as much as
he did not love that he doesn't love her as much as he loved the other lady. As in, he loved her, he did not love the other lady as much as he loved her. That's the lady he cheated with. Please, what kind of stupid talk?
The audacity.
It's the audacity that he came back. And he still came back as if he was God's gift to her.
He was still arrogant.
His character, to me, I did not see a change in his character. But somehow we were supposed to see a change in his character. The person that changed was the woman. But the woman was not the problem in that marriage.
And somehow the writer of the book kept trying to drive in our heads that the woman is admitting that it's because of what she did, because she was nagging, that's why her husband cheated on her. So I'm trying to think now. So people that their husbands beat them, people that their husbands do wicked stuff to them, they will not blame themselves and say it is because my husband, no, God forbid, not my own, it's because their husband, because they did something wrong, that's why their husband is slapped them or broke their head. That is the thing. That's the narrative the man is trying to paint in the movie. That they don't try and remove the speck in somebody's eye when there's a beam in your own. That was the thing she was trying to.
Did the husband ever finally remove his own? If the husband's son was speck, while the husband infidelity is a speck,
but her own nagging was
a wood that they used to story. You know those woods they used to keep when they're doing bamboo, when they're doing not high rising, those bamboo. The whole bamboo they use that was but the guy did not. Was the guy ever really sorry for what he did?
I don't think so.
He was,
because he even said now that the point where he decided to leave the Elizabeth girl was when he realized, you know, he was always insecure, so he felt that he needed to get the best. But he still needed somebody that would still appreciate his awesomeness, that kind of thing. That's why he went for the girl that was very rich and very educated, but was still working under him. Do you get? He did not want somebody that was too successful more than him. But he wanted somebody that was very, you know, classy, educated, but still would look at him like a god. That kind of thing.
He does not want somebody to outshine. Yes. But he still wants somebody that will recognize that he still wants to recognize and see his awesomeness. Like he still wants to be worshipped.
He still wants to be worshipped while the woman is a statue. So when he realized that the woman was just with him because she just wanted a different thing from her norm billionaire boyfriend that will make her father angry, he now realized that to her he be boy. So when it dawned on him that day that he was talking to the father, and the father was insulting him and saying all sorts of things, the girl didn't even shake. Like she was just like, that is not the father is saying is true now. It's just that she just wants to be with this type of person just to test out things now, just to be wild. You know, people that would just want a few wild experiences.
No matter how bad they are, they usually go back to what their parents want.
Yes, now with a poor, that was what he realized that he was. That is when he now said, that is like, let him go back to his wife, because this person way there in front, no even rate her. Now just experiments she did do. That was not that he was remorseful that he cheated on her or he had an epiphany. He even said it now that even when he left her, he still did not want to go back to her. He was still not sure that he wanted the wife. The point where he got to that he was now said, okay, let him go back to her, was when she said, no, I will never take the children away from you. That was when he went back to her. As by now, he sees that this woman do or die, whatever I do, the woman no go, like she no go fight me, that kind of thing. And I'm like, the writer is clearly stating it, but somehow it's supposed to sound like a nice thing.
It's supposed to be romantic.
Not even like, it's supposed to be that nothing about romance, she's a godly woman, yes, that is submissive, that is. And I was like, this is bullshit. To me, that was rubbish. That was rubbish. Because the guy was still arrogant.
For me personally,
the insecurities.
I don't think that God can work on that woman so much just to take her and put her back with a man that has not worked on himself, to put her back in that same situation. Because when did he even meet God? At what point did he become a Christian?
He did not meet God though. From the story, what the woman said, that he had always known God, that he was the one that did not bring it up because he didn't want to bring any more traction to the family.
What?
Because the last scene was that she saw the thing just that she asked me a question, that who is Jesus to you? He now said, he's my savior, redeemer, my father, the Lord God Almighty.
How does that reflect in his life?
So she now said, oh, so you know who Jesus is? He now said, yes, but that is I'm sure he don't have Mexican accent. He now said, short his bank.
Short stuff.
That he now said that he had always believed that, but he didn't want to say anything. He didn't ever bring it up because his father is Catholic and she's Protestant, and he did not just want any traction. I'm like, so the writer is painting that he was the one that knew God ever since. Yet he's the one that went to go and cheat on her because, and the woman, and not only that, the character is blaming her for cheating on her. The woman that is writing the book is also saying that she nagging was her fault. Let me just say this thing back. Okay, the lady might have stretched it too long because she was already angry, but she was angry that her husband would not inform her about that type of move. And she was, how will I put it, she don't want any change from her comfort zone. She don't want to, and let's just say, if he was just a normal, ambitious person, someone that wanted more for his life, it would have been uncomfortable being with somebody that, okay, the person does not see a future that you're seeing. It's a different thing. But she got over it. And the whole tantrum might have lasted too long. But you can't tell me that because of that, you now this guy was so hostile against her, like towards her. And sometimes I even thought he was going to slap her in the book. And then you go ahead and cheat on her. Then the writer is now making it seem as if what she did was so much, too much, that it warranted him
to cheat on her.
It gave him an excuse for him to cheat on her. Nothing should have given. This is a marriage, and this is the person that's supposed to be a Christian. That thing should have drawn you to God and made you go and pray that God should help your partner, help your wife. But instead, you went into the arms of another woman. So how is it her fault? What the thing that is painful is that the
dynamic of that relationship had been wrong.
Has been toxic from the beginning. How will somebody?
You say you're sorry. He does say it in Spanish.
No, not even that.
Spanish.
The father talked anyhow to the guy when they were teenagers. And then this girl's prom, for God's sake. Was it their yes, I think it was their prom. You take her out to you did not talk to her throughout.
Emotionally.
Is she the father? Is she the father that talks to you? Is she the father that insulted? Even if the father insulted you, is she the one? Is she the father
insulted him?
So why didn't he not talk to the Elizabeth for how many years? Do you know that this guy did not talk to her throughout the date? When he now brought her back, she was still the one that apologized and said, please, I'm sorry. And then he was holding it over her head that she didn't tell the father that he was Hispanic. For Christ's sake, she should have been scared to tell the father. Before the father tells her to break up with the guy. So it's understandable that she will not tell the father that he's Hispanic. But you will not talk to the girl, and this is that they're just teenagers too. And then when the girl finish apologizing to you, you say, why should I forgive you? Then you tell her, I regret ever asking you out. Are you serious? He went to look for the girl that I'm sure was maybe the richest in town and the prettiest girl, so that he will feel that okay, he bagged the best girl in town. And then you're still guilt tripping her, gaslighting her, and telling her, I regret ever going out and asking you out. And then even after that stupid statement, she's crying and she's still begging you, and you're saying, why should I forgive you? Why? When she said then she now can say, please, I love you. Then you're telling her, say it in his mind, like
when she was crying.
Oh Lord.
When she was crying, did her tears even move you?
No.
Me, I don't know about people though.
And then how is that relationship a wholesome relationship?
If you say that you love somebody,
were there from the beginning.
If you say you love somebody and you don't have a problem seeing the person in pain, even when you think you're angry, you see the person in pain and it does not touch any part of you, you have no business saying you're in love.
See now.
Then another thing again, that's why he kept hurting her and he did not feel anything. Then somebody that will meet you and tell you, oh, you're too good for me. The person is right.
Really? You're too good for that person?
The person is right.
Don't give that person the time.
I don't do that. Or you just say, you're too good for me, I don't deserve you.
You're right, brother. Shifts.
Go and find who deserves. Go and find who is lonely enough for you. So if you can use your mouth and say you don't deserve me, that means there's something you're seeing.
It's true.
Seeing.
Yes.
You are right.
And I will believe your words.
Yes.
You don't deserve me. Because that guy, take a walk. That guy did not deserve her. Her mother died. This guy did not. First of all, you have children. You don't even care. It's already bad enough you're not going with her. You now look at her and say, so what are you going to do about the children's situation? As if you not be human being. You cannot take care of your own children. She had to call in a babysitter to take care of the children. Her mother was sick. She went to go and stay with the woman for I said how many weeks? I'd be like a month. He never called her. All the times that she spoke to him, she was the one that tried calling. Even when she confronted him and said, you did not call me throughout. He said that the telephone works both ways. That why didn't she call him? She said all the times I called you, you didn't pick. The guy still said that he had things to do. Then when he came back to apologize, he said it's because the weight of the Elizabeth matter that he was cheating on her with was too much on him. How selfish is he?
The guy didn't love her.
You're already cheating on her. Just at least, even if you don't like this person again, for the fact that her mom died, just go and pretend.
What is go?
Just go and pretend.
If you hear that your friend, not even who you love or that you're that close to, if somebody you know, you don't hear that this person's mom is dead, you'll call once in a while.
You call to just check.
How are you doing? That's the barest, that's just somebody that is just, you're not even too close to the person, you're not married to the person, you don't have children with the person.
They didn't marry.
You cannot even call
for
you can't even call and say,
years.
oh, how you doing? How's your mom doing? Nothing. The guy did not rate her.
And then
did not love
the
her.
day of the burial.
So you see, I don't know how finally they did it in the book. How or what he did that made the writer feel that love, that thing, something was working. nothing, it wasn't working. No.
He now, the day that he now came, that was the mother's burial, she now left the venue without telling him. Instead of him to even see that she's not all right, like she's feeling too bad to even stay there, this guy now drove out and was telling her that why would she just live like that? That what would people say about their relationship?
You're not getting
like
this guy was a narcissist.
Yes.
This guy was a narcissist. He emotionally
till the end.
He kept abusing her.
And then the writer is saying that she's a godly woman.
You don't understand.
For telling herself that she's the reason she's at fault.
People write from people write from their experience. People write from their pain. Maybe this is her own reality of love.
I don't understand it.
Maybe it's her own reality.
I don't
but
understand
it doesn't make sense. The guy was he was feeling like it was God's gift to her. What did he have? Then even the Ron had more money than him.
The Ron was a millionaire.
So what's the issue?
The Ron guy, my own is they now wanted made it seem as if she wasn't feeling the Ron. And I'm like, please don't lie to me because she wants to end the book a certain way. This girl literally quit her job, ran away from that guy because the chemistry was too much, and she knew that if she stays there, she go knock the guy. She will sleep with the guy. So she ran. Then when it's now comes to the end of the book, that he's now straight up telling her that he likes her, that he wants to,
she now said she didn't feel anything.
She now said that, oh, when he kissed me on my neck, I didn't feel anything. That when the other guy, what is his name, Alex, kisses her, that's like the whole world wants to implode. You're not feeling anything. You quit your job, really? Is that not a lie? The writer, are you trying to? We are not children, for Christ's sake. You will not leave a whole job if you're not feeling something. Then don't now lie to me because you want the book to have a certain outcome. You now have to lie and tell me that she was not feeling wrong. No talker. No lie that kind of. She was feeling it. But there was a certain, and she just wanted the girl to go back to her husband.
What I'm even trying to understand
husband
is how a whole woman that has been married to somebody for 13 good years, she has seen all there is to see about his nyash. She has seen him finish. Whatever kind of knack she wants to knack him, she don't knack him. 13 years is enough to explore what it is that should be explored. She knows if there's a hole in his boxers. She don't already see and finish. She has born 2 children for him. Every fantasy she had getting into the marriage, he has cleared out her doubts.
I'm telling you.
Then is this same person, to show you, this book is not realistic. Is this same person that is looking at who has shown her Pepe. There's a Pepe that somebody will show you. You can never look at the person the same. You can forgive the person, no, but then you look at the person the same person. You now look at the person and somehow it's who did not treat you well, who treated you like a mess. That's the person your heart is beating. You after 13 years. Yes, your stomach is shaking. It's shaking and like, oh my god, his chest.
Every laba supposed don't die for your blessings.
It's not realistic. Show me a woman that's been married for 13 years that the husband has not been treating her well consecutively over a period of time. Show me in 100. Show me
and your body go see
the shake. But yet it's still the same women that will say, oh, women is you have to what they hear that makes them fall in love. They have to butter them up with your words. And uncle has been buttering her down. Then it's this same uncle that she's looking at and her body shaking.
And it's not if you had said anything.
He didn't say anything
making
nice.
Her body shake.
He never even said anything nice to even get her back. So it's
even the apology was, you better talk. Make I know it now they do that kind. Even the thing that he was asking to come back is, you better say yes or no. Like he was like, it's a simple yes or no. Let me break it. Like he said, let me break it down for you. Is it that you say yes or say no? You don't even fit. Like the guy is saying, oh, you know, like you get a do shakara. Like, no, I don't know if I want it. The guy say, it's sister talk. Make I know if I they go or make I know if I
it's this same person.
That same person.
It's this same person that she's looking at him. See, but with this to come to a conclusion, it just means that you know how they will cage a bird. And they keep a bird in a cage for up to 1 year. Then they open the cage. The bird does not know how to fly out. That's the situation. That even as they are seeing something outside, she's seeing the bird and saying, come, let's fly. That's Ron. Ron is telling her, let's fly away. But she's like, you see that cage? I would rather be in that cage. Her husband is not inside the cage with her. The Alex will fly out, then bring small. This is something to feed her here. You throw it on the floor first and throw her down. Now the package that they run. But clearly, that's the package that she's feeling. Nobody.
How?
At this age and at this stage in life, nobody can write a book and romanticize rubbish and expect people to read it. This is the thing that have made ladies always settle for less.
Yes.
When people write things like this, portray love in such a way that it's as if no is bondage. It's as if no, someone does not have sense again. Even when they see what is killing them, they are still entering inside. You marry somebody, he's not sorry. To him, he's justified. He can do rubbish and be justified, but why didn't the writer let her knack run once?
This thing would have been different. Even if she was one that cheated.
No.
This story would have been different.
You're getting my point, but why didn't they do it in such a way that she slept with Ron? Because the writer does not want to do anything to her. The writer thinks that is unforgivable.
Yes.
That if she sleeps with Ron, they can't come back together.
That's why the woman was avoiding that thing.
Because she thinks her sleeping with somebody else is unforgivable.
But him
doing it and moving in and living with somebody else, it's not unforgivable.
It's her fault. It's her fault. She was even telling her child. The child was like, "Well, why would daddy do that?" Like, he was so angry. The woman was telling the boy that he's not all him. That it was all her. That it was her that did it. That if she never did it, her father would have never, like, his father would have never cheated.
You think another adult is taking responsibility for the actions of
just
another
wait
adult?
now. Just like me now, if I'm angry, no matter how angry I am, I cannot go and smoke. Do you get? No matter how angry I am, no matter how sad I am, I cannot go and smoke or knock my head on the wall. That is how. If somebody pushes you, if his wife makes him so angry, if it was not in his nature to be a cheat, he would have not gone to cheat on her.
But the thing is, is the book not contradictory?
But that is who he was. He
not contradictory.
He don't think I'm since.
Him cheating on her really had nothing to do with her. It was more about his self-esteem.
Yes.
He wanted to feel good about himself.
Yes. So
how, as in whether she was good or she was not good, he would have done it all the same.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with that.
But still,
so you see all this.
Your other thing is contradictory now.
It's contradictory, but you see all this.
The one saying that
all this
because
you see all this narrative to make one person feel guilty. If truly they wanted to be on a level, they wanted to really make this book. She wanted to really.
May she knock the sense out of her.
Oh God!
If she give her
knock to wear for grant.
If everybody's mind. When everybody's forgiving.
Yes.
Make everybody forgive.
What is he forgiving her for? But they're not separated. Elizabeth was he not sleeping with her?
It's true.
What is the forgiveness for exactly? She's not cheating on him.
It's true.
He said he didn't want her.
He didn't want.
But the point I'm trying to make is that to the writer, if she had slept with that wrong, it would have been unforgivable. That's why everything she kept the girl running. The girl kept running. It was like all this what they call that one. I want to talk Meruwa not even concerned this talk. The girl just did wrong. That's why she kept her running, because to her she felt that if the girl sleep with somebody, it's unforgivable. But somehow it's still the same girl's fault. Women,
help yourself.
Please be writing better. Let everybody go and reassess the way they are thinking and think better. Women cannot keep sitting down and taking responsibilities for another
grown man's action.
If you make a decision, stand by it. If you choose rubbish, tell yourself you've chosen rubbish. Women are choosing rubbish every day. They should be honest with themselves and say they've chosen rubbish. And as the men are doing their rubbish, they should not say.
And she kept emphasizing.
The man should just say.
Emphasizing that she's the reason why the man went to cheat.
You don't understand? The man.
Listen with this, I go make you vex, you go smoke. No. Or I'll make you vex, you go do something where you know they do on a normal day.
If I'm angry.
No be who they smoke when the person is feeling bad. We now go and smoke.
If I'm angry, I'll first eat. If I'm angry or you're hungry, if I eat, then I sleep. When I wake up, I'll wake up.
So it's not possible that she's the one. If it was not in his heart to do it, he would have not done it. He would have gone to therapy. If he was truly a Christian, he would have gone to God and said, God help me.
But the guy did not have any.
Or he would have gone to
the guy did not have any
pastor and said, please help me.
Why is he going to a pastor? Doesn't he have Bible?
Wait now. Pastor, he was saying that the daddy was advising him. If he was truly a Christian, maybe he forget pastor. Let us say that is the Christian thing to do. That you're so confused, you don't know what to do. Go and meet the person that you're accountable to.
He was a
and say, sir,
he was a
please help me.
See
the situation in my house, so what should I do? But no, you have to go and meet Elizabeth and knock her.
No, he grew up as a Catholic. Catholics today divorce.
But now him say, divorce.
Please let everybody just rest. Who wants to do rubbish?
No.
Do rubbish and own it with your full chest. Who wants to marry rubbish and have told themselves that it's rubbish, so they must marry? Marry rubbish, let us rest. let everybody rest. Whatever you want to do, do. But all these things that they filled women's head with.
Everything is their fault. Everything is their fault. Everything is their fault.
What is it?
What is it? Women, can't we just breathe? Let me say us. Can't they just breathe? Because we have never been in that situation.
What is their fault? Even what is not their fault?
It's still their fault. What is it?
The people, if
it's not enough that men are blaming women. Women too are still blaming their fellow. What is it? You see, they blame yourself. You see, they blame fellow women for what? He's a grown adult. Is he a child? Is he a child? They say, husband sick. They say, now because of the woman.